What's up, YouTube? Enlightened Arts here. This is marking the third video in the garden update series, and what I wanted to do in this video was just bring you guys out to the upper portion of my garden to show you guys the hydroponic system that I built out of a Rubbermaid bin. Very shortly I'll be posting a full detailed video which will include all the materials you need and the exact cost of building a system like this. It was very cheap. The entire system was well under $100 to build, and that's with materials left over for other builds. Right now in the system I have an English cucumber plant. This plant was transplanted into the system from a very small plug made out of vermiculite, sphagnum peat moss, and perlite, and it was put in the system about 4 days ago. And when it was placed in the system, as you'll see in the detailed how-to video of the build, it really was just the plants were on their last legs. They were completely the plug that they had been germinated in was just completely colonized by root mass and had just absorbed all the nutrients in the medium and were just beginning to wilt. I'd say they were about 50% gone before I transplanted them. And this one went in here, the others went in the soil that's sitting in pots behind me. And one thing I changed that you'll see in the video is I had the system set up on drippers, but I kind of didn't like how that worked. It was running the pump constantly and using a lot of energy. So what I did was I just simply took the drippers off and then applied a timer to the pump and just set it to run for 2 hours a day. And right now I'm just still testing it out, so we'll see how that works. So when the pump kicks on, it just flows out of the tube, and I have the hose going down into here, into probably like the middle part of the root ball, just running the nutrients down there. And I'll see how this works and see if the plants respond well. If they look like they're wilting, I'll adjust the pump and set it for maybe 4 or 6 hours on to give the plants more nutrients. Speaking of nutrients, when I first started setting out to build this, I wanted to just get materials and get it started, so I ordered General Hydroponics Flora Series hydroponic nutrient system. And in the meantime, I decided I wanted to just try something my own, just do a little experiment with some organic materials that I use for my soil growing. And so what's in the reservoir right now is it's sitting at 15 gallons of water, of distilled water. And to that 15 gallons, I added 1 cup of this Fox Farm Big Bloom. The normal feed ratio for the Big Bloom is half a cup to a gallon of water. So obviously 1 cup and 15 gallons is extremely diluted, but I did that on purpose because this plant's still very new to the system, and I wanted to get it time to adjust to its new home, adjust to the grow medium, let its roots feel the place out before I really start throwing nutrients at it and getting it to grow. Right now I just wanted to get comfortable and start looking really happy. Also in the bottom is less than a teaspoon of this mix, probably about half a teaspoon. The mix is 2 parts back guano, 2 parts blood meal, 1 part bone meal, and a half a part of green sand. The reason I added this was mainly because of the green sand. It has over 84 trace minerals and nutrients, and in a plant's beginning stages of the life, it really helps to have those trace nutrients available to the plant so they can come into the world happy and just ready to grow and ready to start off strong to finish their life and start a new generation. So that's what's in the water right now. And in the reservoir there's just a pump and the air stone just bubbling it, so it's basically kind of like an organic compost tea just bubbling in the reservoir. As you can see, I have 2 different sizes of the clay aggregate, and I ordered these on Amazon separately, and this is obviously a much smaller size. And I'm just going to do a little experiment with this and see, once I'm done, I'll take the pot out and see how the roots grew and if they were much bigger, or if these, I'm thinking they'll be bigger in here because these larger pellets form larger gaps in the medium for the roots to grow through and expand. So I'm thinking this will yield the bigger roots, and I'm curious to see if that will mean bigger plants, which it usually does. So I'll post updates on this every so often, periodically, possibly once a week, just to show you guys what I'm doing, or see if there's any change and see if there's anything I learned. And just one final note: if you have some abundant knowledge on organic hydroponics, and you see right off the bat that I'm doing something wrong here, please leave me a comment and let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, so I can fix this and get this set up and running optimally. If you have any other tips, guys, just please let me know. This is my first real hydroponic grow I've ever tried to accomplish, so if you guys have anything that you think might help me, or any techniques or tricks, please comment. I'm very open to suggestions, and I'm willing to learn. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Enlightened Arts signing off. Live, love, and learn.